I Found Some Chips by Mike J. Preble. One day there was a little moose, and do you know what his name was? His name was Chochie. And do you know what he was doing? He was trying to call his best friend, but he couldn't remember the number. "I think there's a 7, said Chochie. "Maybe 2. I'll press 7 and 7. Chochie listened. The phone crackled. "I'll push more 7s, he said. A voice came on the line. "If you'd like to make a call—" "I am trying to call Goulasche," said Chochie. "Please hang up and dial again." "How can I dial again when I don't know the number?" said Chochie. Beep, 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 beep. Just then the doorbell rang. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Chochie limped to the door. He climbed the stool and looked out the window. Guess who he saw? It was his best friend Goulasche. Chochie opened the door a tiny crack and turned his head sideways. "Hi, Chochie," said Goulasche. "Hi, Goulasche," said Chochie. "Do you know your phone number?" "Yes," said Goulasche. "It's 724171. Why?" Chochie repeated the number over and over as he dialed. "Goulasche," said Chochie, "you'll have to go home because I am making a very important phone call." Chochie closed the door. He heard the phone ringing on the other end. "Hello, this is Goulasche," said a voice. "Hello, this is Chochie," said Chochie. "How did you get home so fast?" "Ha, ha, it's not really me. It's my answering machine. Leave a message, and I'll call you back as soon as I get out of the shower." "Hi, Goulasche, this is Chochie," said Chochie. "I have to ask you a question, and how could you be in the shower? I just saw you. You're silly. Goodbye." Chochie hung up and waited. Just then the phone rang. Ring, ring. "Hello," said Chochie. "This is Chochie." "Hello, Chochie," said Goulasche. "This is Goulasche." "Hi, Goulasche," said Chochie. "I was wondering if you could come over right away." "I'll be there," said Goulasche. "Goodbye." "Goodbye," said Chochie. He hung up the phone and waited. Just then the doorbell rang. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Chochie looked out the little window. Guess who he saw? It was his best friend Goulasche. Chochie opened the door. "Hi, Chochie," said Goulasche. "Hi, Goulasche," said Chochie. "How was your shower?" "Great," said Goulasche. "So," said Chochie, "what do you want?" You told me to come over," said Goulasche. "That's because I needed your phone number so I could call you," said Chochie. "Can I come in?" asked Goulasche. "Sure," said Chochie. They walked into the kitchen to sit at the big table. "Want some chips?" asked Chochie. He handed Goulasche a bag of chips. Goulasche reached inside. It's empty," he said. "Oh," said Chochie. He went to the corner cabinet and turned the Lazy Susan, but didn't find any chips. He went to the big cabinet by the refrigerator, but there weren't any chips there either. He looked in the bread box, but there weren't any chips in there either. "I can't find any chips," said Chochie. "That's okay," said Goulasche. "Do you want to play a game?" "That's why I called you," said Chochie. "I am trying to make a new game, but I need some help." "What kind of game?" asked Goulasche. "About a moose, and he has to do a thing, and when he wins, he gets a prize," said Chochie. "What kind of thing?" asked Goulasche. "That's where I am stuck," said Chochie. "I have some paper and markers and tape, and then I didn't know." "Let's make a game where you have to move around," said Goulasche. "Okay, with a start line and a finish line," said Goulasche. "And a 'you win' line, and a 'here's your prize' line," said Chochie. "We'll put start down at the bottom and finish way up at the top like this, said Goulache. Put them together so we don't have so far to go to get back, said Chochie. We'll roll some dice, said Goulache. And have a spinner? Asked Chochie. Okay, said Goulache. He drew a circle and divided it like a pie. What should the spinner say? How about you win, and here's your prize, said Chochie. What about lose turn or go back 10, asked Goulache. Not 10, said Chochie. Maybe go back 1 or go back none. I'll put go back 2, lose turn, said Goulache, and the worst of all. Don't tell me, said Chochie. He covered his ears and closed his eyes. Start again, said Goulasche. No, said Chochie. Put that for a different game. Let's make a track, said Goulasche. He taped several pieces of paper together. First, you roll the dice to see how many spaces you move. When do you use the spinner? Asked Chochie. When you land on an S for spin, said Goulasche. He drew a green S for spin on the twisting and turning road. How about a space that says stuck in honey or lost in the woods? Asked Goulasche. We won't really be lost, will we? Asked Chochie. No, said Goulasche. What about crocodile bites your leg? No crocodiles, said Chochie. Maybe we could have eat some chips or drink some root beer. Okay, said Goulasche. And one that says share your chips. Maybe share 1 chip, said Chochie. Anything else? Asked Goulasche. Could we have a stack of cards that ask a question? If you get it right, you move ahead 10 spaces, asked Chochie. And if you get it wrong, you move back 10 spaces, said Goulasche. Well, don't make them hard, said Chochie. They each made 5 cards and put them in a stack. We need something to move, said Goulasche. Chochie found a race car and a block. I'll be the race car and you'll be the block. Who goes first? Asked Goulasche. Whoever has the race car goes first because the block might be nervous if the race car is behind it, said Chochie. Chochie and Goulasche took turns, shaking the dice, spinning the spinner, and answering questions. Chochie was about to win when he got start again. Goulasche was set to win when he spun lose turn 6 times in a row. Finally, Chochie and Goulasche were tied on the last space. Here's your last question, said Goulasche. If you get it right, you win. I am so nervous, said Chochie. I never won this game before. You better read it to me. What time is it? Said Goulasche, and I drew a picture of a clock with hands on it. Just then Chochie's living room clock began to strike the hour. Bong, bong, bong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 o'clock, said Chochie. Wow, that's a lot of counting. They both looked at the game board. Then they looked at each other. Well, said Goulasche. Well, said Chochie. You get to move, said Goulasche. I do? You answered the question, said Goulasche. Oh, I forgot. Chochie reached over and pushed his car across the finish line. You win, said Goulasche. Well, that was a hard question, said Chochie. I had to figure it out all in my own head. And you did, said Goulasche. I am so happy I won, said Chochie. Are you sad you lost? No, said Goulasche. It's nice to win, and I am glad you won. Me too, said Chochie. Do you think I could win again?" "Maybe," said Goulache. "It all depends upon how you roll the dice." "Or how you spin the spinner, or answer the question," said Chochie. "Want to play again?" "After lunch," said Goulache. "What should we call this game?" Chochie went to get plates and cups from the cabinet drawer. "How about the best game ever?" "We could call it the Twisting Road or Race to the Finish," said Goulache. Chochie had his head way inside one of the cabinets. "Hey, I found some chips," he said. "Oh, that's a great name," said Goulasche. The end.